We have the first reveal of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, along with exciting news of a surprise new feature coming to the new iPhones. So the iPhone 14 series launch event is finally official, and today we've got plenty to share about the exciting new release from Apple. We had early rumors of satellite connectivity for the iPhone 14, and then it had been assumed that these rumors were false, but Ming-Chi Kuo is now saying it's happening. According to Ming-Chi Kuo, Apple has been working with Globalstar to bring satellite communication to the latest iPhone, and that the hardware was ready before mass production of the iPhone 14. He does, however, advise that Apple were still negotiating a business model with the provider, and the release of this far-out event could well mean that we do see this new feature. Satellite communication would allow for emergency text and voice messages when there's no cell signal at all, and all in all, it's a great feature. While plenty of evidence points to it being included in the iPhone 14, however, there is a small chance that the far-out launch event could just be something like an astrophotography mode. Now next up, we've got news that the iPhone 14 Pro models are going to support 30-watt fast charging thanks to a new tweet from Duan Rui. Now he tweeted to say that a charger brand recently began sending out 30-watt charger products to the media for the new iPhone 14 series, and that these chargers were 30 watts. Now to be clear, there was an unofficial testing of the previous 13 Pro Max, and that showed it peaked at 27 watts fast charge, so this isn't a huge jump anyway. We also know that the iPhone 14 Pro Max is still going to be using a lightning cable instead of USB-C, and I've read a report in the past that 2.4 amps is actually the maximum current through a lightning cable, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a fast charge pretty much the same as last year. Next up, we had plenty of news about the primary camera upgrades to the iPhone 14, and now we've got some good news about the ultra-wide. Reliable analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has tweeted to say that the ultra-wide is going to be upgrading to a 1.4 micrometer sensor compared to the previous 1 micrometer. Now this means 40% larger pixels, which should result in better photography overall, but especially in low light conditions. Now he also says that these camera components are more expensive than the existing ones, and that's most likely part of the reason that we're expecting a $100 price increase on the iPhone 14 Pro models, but not on the standard models. Now next up, we've got another tweet from Duan Rui that are supposedly images of the real iPhone 14. It's reported that these images are originally from Weibo, and he's republished them on Twitter, and it shows us what we can expect from the pill shape and the camera cutouts. He gives us multiple images and they do look very convincing, but there's unfortunately no way to verify them at this moment in time. They do also look very similar to the recent dummy model that Ice Universe published on Twitter. I've also created this concept unboxing here to give you guys a good look at what we can expect next week, and for those of you that want to see more of this type of stuff, then just follow me over on Instagram and TikTok using the links in the description, and then you can see them as they're posted. Now overall though, the iPhone 14 is a very exciting release. It's the first iPhone in a long time without a notch. We get a huge bump up to a 48 megapixel primary camera along with a larger sensor on the ultra wide. We've got new features potentially coming like satellite communication, and of course we get the new A16 Bionic. Because phone prices are so high though, it's probably not going to warrant an upgrade for most people already using an iPhone 13, but for those on older iPhones or buying their first iPhone, then the iPhone 14 series is going to be a great choice.